many of you probably won't see again, so remember, it's pretty impressive. And going out through style. I will tell you that when I found out I was going to do this, I thought, damn, I don't know gunning. That was really the first thing that popped into my mind. So I started looking into it a little bit, had him come sit down with me. When I took command, he was out getting surgery, you all know that. So I got to know him a little bit on the side, and I sat down with him and went over his bio and started looking at it. And lo and behold, the first thing that we find is that in May of 1989, both of our Star Aviators were standing on the same yellow footprint at NCRD San Diego. Same series, or sorry, same company, different series. I dug through my attic this morning to find my boot camp yearbook, trying to find him in it, and it turns out they only put one series per yearbook, so we're in different yearbooks. But kind of neat to start together and then to get to finish with you today like this. It's a neat experience, I'll tell you. 1989, right? May. He goes from there. He's going to be a mortarman, right? They say not so fast. He's going to go spend some time with Marine Security Detail there in Sasebo, Japan. Does that for 2 years, and then finally gets to when he gets done running around Japan, heads off to Weapons Platoon 1-4 there in June, and actually starts to finally help that 60 mortar run. Does that for a full tour, a couple of deployments there. With the 11th MU, and then actually does a stateside deployment working with the DEA. He gets to the end of his contract and decides, you know what, I think I'm going to hang up my spurs and gets out of the Marine Corps. Does that for a brief period of time. Actually gets trained to be a fireman, but probably more importantly, meets his wife Nicole and starts a family. He decides in '95 to get back into the Marine Corps, and this time he's going to come swing with the wing. He goes to Millington, Tennessee to become an aircraft mechanic, and then on to 303 off the press to become a 6114. Finishes up that training and then moves right down the street to 367. I've told him to buzz me anytime I get this wrong, right? Moves down the street to 367 and ends up doing a full tour there with them. Two deployments with and both times with the 31st MU. Decides that Southern California is not quite warm enough for him, so he moves eastward to Yuma Star. Correct so far? All right. Does a full tour with Yuma Star there, and then at the completion of that tour, let's go back up real quick though. With 367, he also picks up his wing, the secondary there for 360. Heads out to Yuma Star, and then completion of the tour with Yuma Star, he comes east and joins the gun runners of 269. I had just left about a year prior to that, otherwise we would have hooked up a little sooner. He spends a full tour there with 269, and at the completion of those, does a couple of MU deployments, I believe, with them. No? Buzz. He's first Buzz, Iraq. I apologize. Completion of 269, and then he heads over to TCAD, Corpus Christi. Falls in love with Texas. His family falls in love with Texas. And he becomes the Marine of One, or the Army of One. He becomes the Marine of One. Actually, when he gets there, billet-wise, he creates a billet that before that didn't quite exist. Working with the ICP and with PMA 276. And to this day, we staff that billet, and it's crucial to what we do. Completion of CCAD, he then comes up and joins us. Stands up, flank owner here at 467, and is the flight line chief. And you all know what he's done here. I would tell you that it's been a full tour, or full career. He's touched a lot of lives, and I would tell you that I appreciate that the prayer that we had to kick this off in terms of remembering, what you plan for, what you do, and what you wish to do. I don't think you've got any regrets. We talked about that. He feels that he has left a mark wherever he's been. I will say he's left a mark here, and I think we are definitely better for having had him, and I think the Marines are better for having served with him. So, with that, I wish you, Nicole, and the boys all the best as you transition to this next chapter of your life. I know you're going to do great things, and we'll miss you. All right, Semper Fi.